It's a $48.7 million fully guaranteed contract for 4 seasons. There's an option by rule by CBA for the 5th year. There's nothing the player can do about that. You can't write in a clause that says you won't apply the 5th-year option. That's it. He's stuck. But, the money keeps going up. And it's funny because they restricted the rookie pay dramatically 14 years ago. It's creeping up. And it's because the cap keeps going up. But $48.7 million over 4 years, we're getting closer and closer to what the guys were getting paid before the rookie wage scale. But it just shows you how much they were getting. We're still like $12 million or more away from getting to what Sam Bradford, the last of the pre-rookie wage scale first-round picks got. As I say that, that's going to be something I write at PFT, just to show that even after all these years, there's still a huge gap. It's still a $12 million per year gap, or total gap, between the first overall pick in 2010 and the first overall pick today.
Yeah, Sam Bradford got us here, didn't he? It was the Sam Bradford deal that made everybody say, oh, wait a minute, this is what... Why are these rookies getting all this money? Now, I'm just one of those people.
$78 million. It was $78 million. It was 6 years, but it was $78 million.
Hey, Mike, I'm one of those people who doesn't begrudge anybody getting paid. So I'm all for it, but I'm also not an NFL player. I can understand why they would be upset by it. Somebody coming out of college unproven could get so much money, and there was no scale. There was no rhyme or reason to it either. You have more holdouts. It wasn't just Sam Bradford, but think about that list. Like, hey, which first rounders have signed? And you'd have the number 5 pick would sign, but the number 9 pick is unsigned because he's looking for a different deal. He's got a different kind of agent. Now it's a little bit more uniform, and you don't the rookie holdout, the first round holdout, it's not really a story like it was 10 years ago.
Every once in a while there's a guy who does it, because every once in a while there's some sort of issue that becomes a point of pride and stubbornness. Shamar Stewart and the Bengals are currently going through that. That's something I need to write about today. And it's down to one clause in the provision of the contract that voids guarantees. And they're at odds over that. It's ridiculous. But it used to be, Michael, they didn't even start on trying to sign the first-round picks or any of the draft picks until after 4th of July. Now, most of the guys are signed by Memorial Day weekend. The number 1 overall pick is signed by Memorial Day weekend, and all these deals can be done very, very quickly. And my position has been, don't show up for anything, don't do anything, don't go out there and sign the protection letter that supposedly gives you the financial benefit you would have gotten if you had a contract. Just give me a contract. If you want me to act like an employee, make me an employee. Give me the damn contract. Yeah. So I think that there's no reason. If the number 1 overall pick is signed, Michael, there's no reason that the other 256 shouldn't be.
Agreed. Real quick on Cam Ward, Mike. Now, I know teams talk about competition all the time. Brian Callahan, second-year guy, and he is an offensive coach. So it was his, I'm sure, strong recommendation. We go after Cam Ward. That's my quarterback. Do you think there's any chance that there will be a competition between Will Levis and Cam Ward? In other words, let's say Will Levis outplays Cam Ward in training camp, is there a chance that Levis will get the job, or there's just no way in hell they invested in this guy, and no matter how he plays, he's going to start week 1?
First of all, you might be onto something, because as you were saying that, I had a test pattern. So somebody in Nashville was jamming the signal. So
I saw it. I thought it was my end.
Brian Callahan, the coach of the Titans, said this week that for now, Levis and Ward are splitting reps, but they're not really having reps. Phase 2 isn't team reps. Phase 3, OTAs. That's when we'll get an idea. But, there's a dance that you want to do there where you don't want to just hand the job to the rookie, although some teams have done that. You want him to feel like he earned it. So I fully expect that if there's a competition, it won't be a real competition. It'll be like the Trevor Lawrence, Gardner Minshew competition from 4 years ago in Jacksonville. Remember, they let us think that it's a real competition, and then they traded Minshew for a 6th-round pick to the Eagles.
Yeah, Gary.
So it's gonna be that kind.
Gary Carter knows my position on that. That's one of my trigger points. to watch Urban Meyer give a press conference, the arms folded press conference, and he goes, we're gonna go with Trevor as our starter. No kidding. We know you're gonna go with Trevor. You have the job because Trevor Lawrence was there as the prize, the top of the draft, the so-called can't-miss prospect. This is not a Cam Ward situation. Trevor Lawrence, the way he was perceived coming out, we remember, he was supposed to be some generational talent. Of course, we're going to give the job to Trevor Lawrence over Gardner Minshew. Just the way he said it was just like so. It's just the arrogance of Urban Meyer. Yeah, but that's a different story for a different day.
And that was the high point of his year with the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, part of a year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.